to carry it on, it's again a down. They would do the training on mannequins, and so they're doing training for cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and so they train in. So they have to again use the mannequins and are provided hands-on training. Similarly, on a child, if they have to do a life support, then how do they do it? IV arms, so before they go to the actual humans, they've done their training on mannequins. Some of the people are also trained on advanced techniques of doing intubation. आपकी lungs प्लेट करें, आपकी ट्यूब नहीं सही, ट्यूब एडजस्ट करें, ट्यूब नहीं सही तरह एडजस्ट, ट्यूब एडजस्ट करें, ट्यूब नहीं सही लगी है, नहीं वो ट्यूब नहीं सही लगी, इसका मतलब ट्यूब नहीं सही तरह की, डालो जी, नहीं आ रहा, चलो. In case they deal with a trauma victim, so taught how to do a splint with basic splints, and if there is a cervical injury, or so how to manage injured patients with spinal injuries, neck injury, and multiple polytrauma patients with fractures, etc. So there is a foreign body which is stuck in your mouth or something. How would they do an investigation? Fire drill. We've developed all these engines over here, fire engines which are very good for us, easy to go in the streets, because in the old city you have certain small streets where they get discovered. चलो अब आप किया? You tested the other branch? हाँ, go for 8 mm and go for 12. Just हाँ, but I want the total duration उसकी जो है हाँ. Oh,
बहुत बारीक हो गया।
दिखाओ तो सही मुझे, वो पड़ी हुई है मेरे कमरे में, लाएं।
अभी इनके सामने लग रहा है, बिल्कुल लग जाएगा।
I want to see still afterwards or after this.
हाँ जी, इसके बाद
I would like. हाँ.
हमने किया सर, वो एक्चुअली फायर को ना फाइट करने के लिए सेटिंग पानी की जरूरत है, इसमें सर फर्क आ रहा है।
No, but we want to conserve water as much as possible. Because
again, the option.
Yeah. So repeat the drill after. Tankers, water bowsers that we use for refilling. But we're also trying to develop and get it into the planning system now that they provide hydrants at all the important places. Yeah, we're already working in close collaboration with them to develop a system. So, good. The other would be doing training in dealing with medical emergencies, and the other would be doing urban search and rescue training. So they're all split into groups so that they can get duty. And the quality can be ensured during this process.
Search party, get to work.
Search and rescue. Yeah. So you can see there are trapped victims inside. Just done the primary surface search. The victims inside. They just completed the primary surface search, and the victims inside. So now they call in the team, and that's the first the surveys which they have done. They'll send an immediate report to the main control room, and they will ask for backup. Yes. You can also see a search victim. That's a search cam. You can see a trap. You can see a trapped victim inside. Yeah. You can see that using a Yeah. Okay. So you can see there's a victim inside and trapped inside. So they're using a search cam to actually identify and see there are victims inside. Yeah. Now is access. Carry on.
During the earthquake, the 2005 earthquake, you were already prepared?
No, you see, we started in 2004, but this was a new area for us. Each incident that we deal with, see what needs to be improved, and we constantly work on improving. And you can see within 3 years, since we started in October 2004, we've expanded to 12 cities. We've made an urban search and rescue unit. We've made a firefighting unit. We've made water rescue units. So we're specializing in different techniques so that we can further improve the management of different emergencies. And the public is provided with all the facilities. Yeah. You're going to
They're going
Yeah.
to do some
rescue from height. Yeah, from height. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There are too many activities going on together, huh? We've improvised we're using improvised techniques for rescuing victims from height.
मर गया आए मैं मर गया मेरी टांग टूट गई बचाओ बचाओ आए मैं मर गया मेरी टांग टूट गई बचाओ बचाओ आए मैं मर गया
This is all the basic equipment, and he's commanding the team right now, the incident commander. So this is all the basic technique and basic equipment that they would have. And once the victims have been assessed, we would do a mass casualty sorting out and a triage. Chalo, theek hai.
रखते हैं
This is
साइड
our
में
triage party.
नहीं, उस बहुत
In
बहुत-
triage, we do basically division of the patients, whether they are serious or they are moderate or they are minor injuries. This is triage party.
So mass casualty, once the mass casualties, the number of victims have come in, we do an immediate triage, and we set up a field setup where we make sure that the disaster doesn't get shifted to the hospital, and they're sorted out in time, and the patients requiring urgent medical attention are sent first, and then we do our sorting out, and the walking wounded are separate. So every hospital is sent with an adequate number of patients which they can manage.
So it means you have to work in collaboration
With the hospitals, yes. Now we've established better liaison even with them now, that we have a wireless now connection in each hospital, and we tell them in advance this is the number of patients coming in. So it's been interesting, and once they don't work or they don't do things, we get a feedback that this is what is missing. It's been back before. So this is the walking wounded. So they're all different, separated. So that what happened? Yeah, these are the ambulances that we have developed within Pakistan. You see this? They are all fully equipped, all developed within Pakistan. So it has a significant cost saving, and we can replace them timely as well. If they complete 3 years or more than that, depending on the running, they can be replaced. So they've all been developed within Pakistan. We get the van from outside and develop them all, the fabrication, according to our own requirements, whatever is required. So we go through the process. They're all fully equipped with automatic external defibrillators, suction, oxygen, airway management systems, and with basic splints, all the rescue equipment, the neck cervical collars, and the basic rescue equipment is also within the vehicles. Yeah.
How many vehicles like this? How many? This kind of
It really
vehicle?
now we have in 12 cities we have a fleet of about over 120, but it depends on the size of the city. For instance, for Lahore, for a city of over 8 million, we just managing with 14 emergency ambulances, and with only 6 stations and 14 emergency ambulances, we maintained an average response time of 7 minutes, of less than 7 minutes, and we've rescued over 70,000 victims by now. So we try to maintain that standard. And it's all because of our strategic location and strategic placement of vehicles. Even because of the traffic which has increased, what we do is we try to place them at strategic locations. If we know that there's going to be a big traffic rush over here, then we already place an ambulance at another location. So with such small number, we've been able. We do a black spot identification as well. What we do is we identify and plot every emergency. So we know exactly if an area is being neglected, we would build another station over there. Or if that is not being covered in an adequate time, we would add the number of ambulance over there. So now we are increasing, after 3 years, we're going to increase our strength to 20. So we're going to add 6 more ambulances now. Again, so this is all fiberglass material, and so it's a long life, waterproof. Spine boards. Earlier we didn't have those, and now it's become very useful for managing spinal injury patients, because a lot of patients, just because of bad shifting, would be disabled for the rest of their lives. So it's been very, very helpful. We've been able to save a number of victims of spinal injuries and save them from becoming disabled for the rest of their lives. Captain Lal, he's our drill instructor.
Nice to meet you.
This is all training right now. This is going through the drill instructors and drill training.
Assalamualaikum sir.
Assalamualaikum.
Janaab, ijazat ho to देर इस्लामी चले. Assalamualaikum sir.
As you can see, there's also a tower. We normally do the rescue from height. So, and if somebody has a height phobia, obviously he's unfit. So he has to go through all the phobias. And the first 2 weeks we spend in screening. So we screen people for height phobias, water phobia, fire phobia. You know, all those things are screened. Yeah. There's just 2 weeks of training.
Yeah.
This is a new patch which just joined on the 1st. So we're less than 2 weeks in fact. Yeah. You have a 10% dropout. Only the very best will make it out of the academy. vehicles will be improvised locally to meet most of our requirements. We have the essential rescue equipment. So ambulances, yes, emergency ambulances. This is a mass casualty van in case of a disaster. This is a mass casualty van where we can carry multiple dead bodies actually. So in case there's a building collapse, in case there is any other incident, then we do use mass casualty van. This also takes in the disaster response team. So the disaster response team responds in this van. So there are many. This is a water rescue van. This is our fire response units. We've got turntable ladders and aerial platforms, and so if there's any rescue operation to be performed from height, it would go in, and of course for firefighting at in high-rise buildings as well. This one can go up to 60 feet. we have a turntable which goes up to about 105. देखो अभी ट्रेस करने जरा मुझे कौन अच्छा कौन सा अच्छा on your own risk.
I've done a lot of mountaineering and rock climbing
Okay.
for many years.
Go on.
What kind of... Oh, they're using it on the back?
No, this was Australian rappelling. This is difficult. Coming upside down.
Yeah.
But the
But
repeat,
otherwise you just do it, but if you
Yeah.
do it with eight,
figure of 8, yeah, of course. Of course. This is some improvisations with D-rings and of course figure of 8. So he's presenting you with the flag of Pakistan.
thank you.
Good. Let's head back.
वो गया वैसे हो जाए तो वहाँ पे बाहर आ जाएंगे
वो अंदर ही फिट कर रहे यार इसको बोल रहा हूँ भाई देखी तो वो टीवी में अंदर लगा अंदर ही सामने कराए मैं खड़ा होकर होल्डरिंग पकड़ाता जाएगा और आगे करके कौन सा हाँ चलो ठीक है बस से वो मंगवा लें क्योंकि अगर साइंस लंच पे थोड़ा करा लेते हैं फिश मंगवा Have you? Of course, you would not have had lunch. You'll be our guest for. What would you like to have? January 2004 in Punjab. Punjab is the largest province of Pakistan, which has 60% of the country's population. And the earthquake, which was on the 8th of October 2005, which really, highlighted the importance of the service because we needed a trained emergency service to meet any earthquake. The non-professional management was there earlier. People used to pick up like this, small emergencies between disasters. So we really needed to change the entire situation. And we had 95% chances of We worked and we finally changed the entire setup, and today we are role model for the entire country. So disaster management cycle, we focus on the preparedness, disaster impact, and the response. So we focus on the three areas that how we're going to be positioned. You see the immediate aspects which require immediate action are that we have to go through a search and rescue, emergency medical assistance, need assessment survey, relief assistance, first responders, your emergency services and community. We're working on a disaster management structure which should work. Public should get the benefit. You know, you should immediately get the help. It doesn't have to be that this my department is responsible, this other basically they need to get the structure. So we will focus on an emergency management structure which works and which is effective. So this was really a historic initiative from the government that we went beyond paper plans to establish the first modern emergency service in Pakistan according to international standards, which is called the Punjab Emergency Service now. Our mission is of the services to develop safer communities through establishment of an effective system for emergency preparedness, response, and prevention. We started as a pilot project for Lahore with only 6 stations, 200 rescue groups, 14 emergency ambulances, 2 rescue units. The entire project was established within a record period of 6 months without compromising quality. Acquisition of land and construction. All the activities, this included recruitment of staff, because the existing paramedics were not really acceptable. We developed curriculum and training of trainers, material. We went through the existing resources to find trainers, but civil defense were unsatisfactory, dangerously obsolete method of civil defense. So we started our own system of training of emergency rescue paramedics. So this was the first batch. Of course, at that time I was training myself, and then subsequently now we have trainers and a system all over Punjab. Of course, they had to go through a rigorous training program. This was the very first batch that you're looking at now. And you can see the change today. At that time, we borrowed our premises from elite police. But today, we are doing our own training. Because their focus was different. And we really needed to train them in skill areas. So yes, physical fitness and discipline was important. But there are lots of other things to it which ensure quality. These were specialized trainings that we do. Rescuing patients from height. We do mass casualty events ourselves so that they are better prepared to handle any mass casualties if they have to. We do ask friends to come and monitor us because that helps us in finding out our own weaknesses. So if something needs to be improved, so we improve those areas. Then they send to the emergency departments of teaching hospitals for hands-on training, as you've seen the boys in RDH and other hospitals. We did some training in hazardous material handling with the Americans. First batch really passed out in September 2004, and since then we've now in 12 cities started with less than 200. Today we have a strength of over 3,500. This is service in action. You already see the control room. So we have several control room in all the major cities now. So we get the 112 number, which is the emergency toll-free number. We established our own wireless effective communication system, sanitization, procurement, indigenous fabrication of vehicles according to international standards. This has a significant cost saving. Fully equipped ambulances according to international standards. Swift response rescuers, lifting on spine boards to prevent spinal injuries. Strategic location of stations, that is what I was talking about. With only 6 stations and 14 ambulances, we covered the city of overhead. You've seen the response time, I think yourself yesterday. Yes. So it's a very cost-effective project. cylinders stored in one building. The cylinder suddenly exploded because somebody was trying to light it, and 3 or 4 buildings just came down. So this was an incident which took place at 2:17 at night, and our first breaker was there within 6 minutes. And within 15 minutes, we had 40 rescue workers at site, and the operation had started to go straight. We've had previous train disasters, and Kochi train disaster, and a sharp contrast to these train disasters, where there was total mismanagement. We had a train accident outside our limits, but we responded within 12 minutes. For 16 minutes, it was 12 kilometers off GG road, and we shifted 25 to 25 there. This is the data that we rescued today, over 84,288 patients.
This is from the first day?
This is from the first day. So basically from one city, because the other cities have just started operations about a few months back. We tried to add on to the urban search and rescue equipment. We monitor our calls for quality assurance. We monitor our emergency vehicle through a tracking system to ensure that the driver is responding properly and in time. So there's a very strict monitoring system. Now we'll be monitoring other cities over here as well. So there will be corrosion control program. We do a data compilation and analysis for prevention of injuries and to build safer communities. You can see the males are more vulnerable because they're the vulnerable road users. They're mostly people outside and working livelihood. Most of them belong to an urban age group of 21 to 50 years. So it's very important. This area is neglected because most of these people belong to low socioeconomic group. So that's what we are now trying to focus on, so that give them due importance. Trauma. So road traffic, accidents, and that's the breakup ratios. Motorcycle is the most vulnerable all over the world, of course. Most of them are involved in fractures, single fractures or multiple injuries. So that's why you see that the trauma surgeon have to come in to do this work. We do spotting of all, cluster mapping of all emergencies. The blue ones you see are road traffic accident, the green ones are basically home calls. So I can tell you exactly which is the most high risk area in the city, and where I want my next station to be, or where we need to focus to get the best results in terms of prevention. We went through an evaluation process, and after our evaluation, only then they approved our expansion. Otherwise, it's very difficult to get the money from the balance. So anyways, this was the results of it was an exemplary project in terms of training, quality care, response, and professionalism. That's what we focus on. That's the reason for our success. That the way forward, we want to ensure sustainable human resource development. That's why we established the academy. Expansion to other cities, documentation of the program, hospital emergency preparedness program, emergency prevention system, and a community emergency response team for any disasters. So that's our disaster preparedness program. We provide legal cover to the reforms through the Punjab Emergency Service Act. It's a model legislation now for the world, because you don't find many legislations which integrate emergency preparedness, response, and prevention. So we're working towards building of safer communities. How? Each data that we collect for emergency that we respond to, we take it back to a council, which is the higher body, and we tell them why did a building fall down. You need to do something about it. Or why did this take place? Why can't you do something about it? So there's a system which has been established that whereby through a council all these things are monitored now. So it's a model legislation in emergency service reforms. So I won't go into the details of the legislation. And we've established our academy, which you've already seen. So this was the limited resources that we have. And today we have our own academy, and we're establishing a model academy. So this is the training that they have to go with the academy. Emergency training simulators within our bare minimum standards. We ensure quality of the training through personal. Everybody undergoes an evaluation every week. So anybody who doesn't pass the test, shut it out of the training. This is our academy future, and these are the cities that we are expanding to now. This expansion is going on. Sure, in the beginning, nobody knew what the service was. So a few number of people applied, but now today, we open up things. A lot of people applying for our service now. It's a very popular service. This is a passing out and a testing model for application. Thank you. you.